Hello, Maurieo. In this instructional video, we're going to be starting on the roading details plan. Just going to make pretty much an exact copy of what we've got here, but by drawing it by hand. So that will enable us to explore the various aspects of what we've got. So I'm just going to draw it here at 1 to 200 is the scale, 1 to 200. So that's going to be the yellow scale, 1 to 200 there, the yellow scale, like so. So I'm going to position it approximately at midway, just as it is here. So we've got it, I've got this midway sign, so as it goes here, and we will be using the typical cross-section dimensions that we used earlier. So I'm just going to try and find those. Oh, I drew them up on my tablet there, but I think we've got a pretty good idea of what they are. They're the same as on here. So yeah, let's make a start here. And right, I do actually have those on my tablet, I believe, so I'll just get my tablet nice and handy so that we can just don't want to go astray. There is a couple of things I should point out since my last video, and that is that I have spelt amendment wrong on my previous videos down here. Amendment has only got one M. So yeah, I will be going through and correcting that on some of the other plans and just fixing that up, just so that we know. So I'm just going to swipe here, just get this organized. So yeah, you know, before you start, you don't just rush in and draw things. Try and get things organized, which I'm not a particularly good example of, but anyway, here we go. So we'll just I think I've got it recorded here somewhere. Oops, that's not what I wanted. So it's what off. Oh, it comes off. Oh, why won't it? So we'll just oops, close all, and we should be able to. No, it's not going to oblige me at all. There should be a little note should come off the side. It's amazing how technology won't help. Oh, there it is, there. So view all my notes, and I think this is that it there? That's the typical cross-section one there. Oh yes, here it is here. So we've got the 1.5, 1.5, 1.25, 3.45, and so on there. So that's those details there, which I'll just keep down here on my chili bin. Okay, 1.5, 1.5, 2.5, and then we've got the 100 for the Cuban channel. So we've got that in there, and as you can see, that's 1.5 at 1 to 200, so that's roughly there looking like 3 meters. So I'm going to come across there, 3 meters, and put in that what is the boundary line. Is it? There's the footpath. Yeah, that's the boundary line. It should actually be a dark line based on that there, but I haven't followed that, and I can't draw in there with the S pen. So yes, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's from the edge. If that's 1 point, I might go 4 meters on this, and that will give me 35 meters to there, which I think that's 0 there, and that's 3.45, or what is it, 8.2. I think that's gonna be enough. We can afford to lose a little bit over this end here. Okay, so that's 4 meters there, and right, I'm going to just put that in there, and that's going to be my boundary line down here. So I'm going for broke on it. I'm going to go, all right, so I'm just going to put that in there like that. That's the boundary line. Now, one of the things that I'm trying to show here is that everything is based off the center line. The center line is the basis of everything. So I'm going to put the center line through here. There it is there, of course. And in this case, the intersection is north-south in this direction and east-west in that direction, just to keep it very simple. Okay, now let's we'll put in here. I'll be adding the vehicle crossings in that later on and show how to do that. That'll be in a subsequent video. So I'm going to go in here 1.5 to the footpath, 1.5 to the footpath, that should be 3, 1.25 to the back of the curb and channel, 0.1 face the curb, and then 0.3 for a total of approximately 1.5 there, but that's the curb and channel there. So that's all going to go there like that. And then the road width is, I can see it up there, 3.45. So I'm going to go to there, 1, 2, 3.45 approximately there, which that should give us a total there of, it's a little bit, we'll just make it 8.2, which is, that should be it there, 8.2. Okay, and that will be the center, that'll be the center line of the road. So, okay, let's just get all this in here as best we can. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. So this is that's the lip of the center line of the road. Right here is make sure we've got this here is our lip of curb, and then 300 mils from that is the face of curb, and then the 100 mils from that is the back of curb, which we'll put in there like that. Okay, then this is the start of the footpath, here, and then this is the back of the footpath right there like that. And I'm just going to put these in light at this stage, like that there, because that's you know, there's a lot of adjustment and thing that's going to happen with those, so we'll just leave that there. So that's there, pretty much how it should be. I've probably gone a bit fat on the curb there, but that'll be fine. Now this here, this is a key position here, and this is the start of the road there. So I'm just going to put a little well, this indicates like a peg, or so we will coordinate this in the grand scheme of things. And that there is well, that's chainage 0.00 there, and that's on the center line of the road going this way, and the center line of the road going the other way. Now we're going to put in here, right, so using the typical cross section for everything, just to control it, I'm going to put the back of the curb in, which I'm pretty sure is at 8.2, 8.1, oh, 8.1, so yeah, so this here should be 8.1, so yeah, I've probably gone to 8.2 on there, but 8.1 that should be. So I'm just going to put that in there like that. I'm just going to put that in first actually, okay, and key that in there like that. So that will go, that goes up there like that, 8.1. You try and control things. If you measure things like progressively, you'll get a few little problems and stuff. So and then I'm going to come from here. I'll probably put the 1, 2, 3 to that, and then the 1.5, and that'll give me the footpath. And then I'll go 1.25. Right, then I'm going to go 100, and then from the 100, 300, and then that there should be roughly 3.45, which it is. Yeah, so there we go. That's the what we've got there now is the what I call the existing road up here. Okay, so this is, so here's our lip of curb here, face of curb coming in now, back of curb, and then the footpath, and the footpath, and this up. Oops, the footpath's gone a bit wonky, bit of a wonky donkey, just been a bit off task, like so. So that's if you think about it, that's what we start with. That's the existing road, and now you can see we're going to put the intersection in here. And so this is in terms of, if you look at the existing plan when we started, this is what we started with, and then our property is out here. So there's a whole lot of bit of curb and channel down through here that's going to have to be demolished or pulled out. And so this is the existing road to here, which we'll keep the same, and then everything will be new as we come in off here like that. So what we do now is we can, well, here's a little, sometimes a little trick that we use. So once we've got that established, I can put that's the center line of the road there. face of curb, lip of curb, face of curb, footpath, boundary, and then we can do the same here. Hopefully it's right. Our road width should be about 16.2. Well, oops, something's a bit wrong. Oh, something is a bit wrong there. That is not right. Just as well I checked, isn't it? Oh, that's the 1 to 25 scale. Oh dear. And that's the 1 to 10 scale. So make sure you always have the right scale. That's 8.2, and there we are. We're 16.4 all the way across. No, what are we? 8.1, 16.2 we should be. So yeah, we're a little bit on the biggish side, but I'll take it. She'll be right. Well, maybe not quite so right, because we've got to get our curves to all join up, but yep. So accuracy there, yeah, okay. But anyway, I'm going to leave it how it is. We're all good. So that means we don't have to scale everything. And now we can that's our center line there. So then we can mark everything like that. Oops, there's our boundary, like so, like so, like so. So this is our new bit of road there. So that's a little bit of a little sneaky trick there. Now you'll notice here that it only really comes back to there, so you don't probably need to go the full way there. There's the center line, so we'll put that through there like that. Face of curb. It looks like I'm going to go anyway. Here's our footpath. Here's our footpath. And then our boundary, and then out the other side here, like so. Like so, and then the footpath through there like that. And here's our boundary. Okay, so there we are. That's that all nice, drawn up very lightly. You might not be able to see that exactly, but I think you can get the gist of things. Okay, so now this curve here at the outside is 15 meters. So we've got two nice big 15-meter curves. So that's 15 plus the width of the road is 3.45. So that's 18.45. So what we're going to do is come back here from here, 18.45. Okay, and that'll this is what we're doing here is so just to confirm, that's that there, 18.45. This will give us the center lines, the center points of these circles. So put that in there like that. Pretty sure that's it there. And that'll come all the way back there like that. Okay, and so remember that that's off the center line, so that's 15 plus 3.45 our road width, and that should give us 18.45. Yep, and then we can come 18.45 this way along that line. 18.45. Oh, shouldn't do that. That's it there. Okay, and then 18.45 to there. Okay, cool. And right, 18.45. And this is where, okay, so we draw that through there like that, and we draw that one through there like that. And these here are also little key points here. So this here's a little key point for the intersection. It's the sort of tangent point left for these curves here. So I just go with my smallest one here. And yeah, the reason why we put these little circles for these, they represent pegs, but it can get very cluttered around these. It's probably ideal if you're drawing them. And then out here is the center of curvature. Oops. Like so. So these are key points. These are key coordinated points for a surveyor. This is these are the, you know, these are the guts of the whole thing. Actually, we live and breathe for these things, and this enables us to set the whole job out, because we can do all sorts of calculations once we know where these points are. And it's also quite good for the guys. Now, this is sort of a moment of truth here. It should. Okay, so I'm going to get my my pricking tool here. Once I find it, oops, that's all good. So I'm going to really make some big holes in there. I'm just going to check my camera. It's been getting knocked around a bit just to make sure that it's actually there we go in there. Oh, I might have knocked it a bit. What's happening here? I'm just lining it up a little bit better. I think that's, oh yes, it has. I've given it a bit of a knock. Given it the bash. Okay, right. So these just so I just make these little holes here so that they're quite defined and the compass points fit in them. Okay, that one there, and this one here. Right, now, as I say, this is the moment of truth. So we take the face of the curb there, and it should come round and fairly close. So that's the face of the curb there. Oh, sorry, that's the face of the curb. That was the lip of the curb. Back of the curb. Might need to have a little bit of adjustment on these. Just a little bit. A little bit of maybe a little bit of, there's so many things that can go. Oops. Like that there, and then we'll get the footpath in here. So we might have to, I think I'll just go off here and adjust those. Now the boundary, I'm going to put a little curve in there, but the boundaries, are not, we don't show them as curves, we show them as straight lines. So you can see that I've put some straight lines in there for the boundary. So we'll sort that out. Right, now let's see what we can do here with this one. As you can see, the accuracy is sort of quite, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring that curve around there and just use, because it won't largely pictorial here, I'm just going to do it as it comes from around that side through to here. And similarly, you can see why drawing it with CAD is so put that in there like that, and so we'll get that sorted, and then here's the footpath. So my takeaway from that is I'll probably transfer. Oh, that one goes well. like that there, and then this one here is the boundary. Like so. So I'm going to, that's that all drawn in there. What I'm going to do, I think, is maybe just spend a little bit of time touching that up, and I'll just draw these lines through here as they come off the off the edge there, and then this other stuff in through here, so that could all come out through there. That's all construction, but you can see how that's got to get that gets blown out there, and that's happening in real life because that's going to be demoed. So that's my basic outline, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a bit of time off camera just tidying that all up there, so that it looks right. You know, my scaling could be perhaps a little bit better, so I think just to illustrate, I'll just maybe do this here. So that's going to come around there to there like that. So what I'll do for each circle is I'll put that one in there, and I'll just put that one in through there, and that'll be parallel to there. So scaling wise, it might not be exact, but you know, in terms of looks and appearances, it will be at such a low scale that we're using here. But you can also see how important it is to keep control over your scale. That's not the one I was doing. This is it here. So this is the footpath up there like that. This will actually be a solid line through here like that, and we just join to the edge of the circle. Okay, and yeah, and then this is the boundary, and it looks like what I've done for the boundary is just gone halfway and made that the boundary so that it's outside that circle. So that's 45 degrees actually. So we'll find a little 45 degrees set square here somewhere. Here's one. Okay, and we'll just sort that out. So right, so that's just going from there, and that'll be 45 degrees there to that boundary. Okay, all right, so we'll put that boundary in there. Okay, like so. That's that boundary there, and then it'll go through to there. I'll base it off the curve. And we'll put that through there like that maybe. Okay, and that all rubs out of there. We don't perhaps spend a little bit too much there. So we used to do curved boundaries back in when I first started surveying, but people could never build fences, curved fences very well, would miss out corners. Okay, so that's it's in there, and there, that's gonna, that goes all the way through there, to there, just as just to define the that defines the intersection. So I hope that what you can see is that up to here the typical cross section is in play, and up to here, which we'll join those bits. Oh, I might as well do that while we're here as well. We just go through there like that. Oops, I don't want to go all the way through there like that. That one goes through there. And I'll just put these two in here. And that should, so that's going to, we'll just join from there to there. Like so. And like so. So I'm going to leave that like that at this point, and then we'll I'll do a little bit of work off camera, tidy it up, and then we'll probably look at doing a then annotating it and explaining all that. But I hope you can see that the typical cross section to here, and then it's typical cross section from here out, but across here is it starts to get longer and go down the street, so things change. So we've got to make some adjustments for that. So yeah, and the interplay with the typical cross section and the plan view. So that's going to just give us our intersection details. So we need just more information on those than the typical cross section provides us. So we'll get that in there just while I'm here, and then we'll finish that off. Okay, and that's the get that back in there like that, and there you go. We're underway with plan number 3, which we will be calling the roading details plan. All good. Cheers. See you.